Thank you everyone for giving me this opportunity once the deck is up. So just a quick intro around the story of Chai Point, what we are really up to. We started it about 14 years ago. We don't come from the tea background. I used to work in a technology company. I still think of myself mostly as a technologist. And the problem that we have a very engineering-centric mind around this whole pursuit of building Chai Point. We started Chai Point with the idea of solving a problem. And the problem was that you could not get a good cup of chai outside of home. And, very candidly, even if you go to the plantations in the cities which house the plantations, it's very difficult to find a good cup of chai. So when we were thinking about this idea, we said that this market is so huge. So our latest data, arguably our own data, so maybe not exactly pinpoint right, is that there are about 350 million cups of chai consumed outside of home daily. So that's 35 crore cups of chai. And this is the trackable data that our analysts were able to arrive at for our target segment. So this is the organized space. This is not the shanty which does not have an FSSAI or a panwala which is serving chai on the side. This is relatively organized. So we said that's a very large number and nobody in India knows how to make a good cup of chai. Frankly, it is an over-romanticized beverage. There are paeans and stories about chai, but very few people actually know how to make a good cup of chai. And that's a very serious problem, especially when India loves this beverage. So that was the intention and that is the problem statement behind Chai Point's existence, okay? And the problem statement means that first and foremost, we are bothered about the quality of cup of chai. But not only quality, but consistency. This is a beverage. See, chai is a ritual. It's a habit. All of us know it. And if we have a fondness for a certain cup of chai, which our family members or dear ones make, it's because of the consistency, really, right? So how do you deliver quality and consistency at scale is less of a people problem, more of a systems problem. And that's what we're doing at Chai Point for the last decade plus. So cup of chai, extremely important. Very briefly, when we started the journey, there was no recipe for chai. So you see these ads that everybody needs their own type of chai. That's again an over-romanticized myth. Everybody wants a good cup of chai. And there was absolutely no internet record of an infographic which explained how to prepare a chai. It was just googly gook. Kuch bhi kar lo, bana do. Right? So we built the infographics. And gradually we realized that there is no automation. See, the coffee machines have been in play for the last, arguably, see, the cafe culture started in Vienna post-World War I, right? So the semi-automatic machines started coming up in Europe around 1930s, right? So, lagbhag 80 se 90 saal ki history hai coffee machines ki. Chai, such an old beverage, 1903, right? But nobody has invested in any automation. Nobody felt the need because it was overtly romanticized, right? So we realized that automation is absolutely needed. Training is needed. Recipes are needed. That's how you deliver consistency. And if you are delivering quality and consistency around a beverage, which is such a strongly well-entrenched ritual, the market will gravitate. And it's a very attractive market. 350 million cups of chai, 35 crore cups of chai every day. Even if you give a street price of 15, 10 is no more the street price. If it's 10 rupees, the volume has come down by half. So just for mathematics sake, if I say 10 rupees, we're talking 350 crores every day outside of home. And we live our lives outside of home, especially in cities. Nobody has time at home. Husband, wives, working, life is tough. Smaller cities also. So the pursuit of the product has been most important for us. What is our model? And our model has evolved, and candidly, COVID gave us a big speed breaker. And we literally had to build the company, but what we realized then and what we have realized now, we arguably got tad distracted during COVID, is that we live in a world now where the most comfortable place is home. Netflix, Swiggy, Zomato, Bermudas में कोई भी picture देख लो, sushi किसी भी restaurant से मंगवा लो. You know, so the whole appeal of decor and this pun intended Taj Mahal like, you know, cafe or restaurant is passé. किसी के पास time नहीं है. You know, we don't live in that world now where an Indian, Gen Z or anybody, millennial, would be wowed by the decor of a place. Right? You know, everybody has that at home. Everybody has designers. Everybody has all the luxuries. So what you need is a very modern place in which the customer is getting a great product. The customer is very confident that premiumization is there. Air-conditioned environment, clean see-through infra where you are able to see how the product is prepared, fast service, great takeaway packaging, right? We live in a world where networks of metros are getting set up at a very rapid pace. Thankfully, we are not, it's not allowed on our metro networks right now. I mean, you can't like US or other places take your beverage along in the metro because our country's social sensibility has a long way to go. But it's a matter of time before that also happens. You know, people now nurse very US style their hot beverages in their car. सबको पता है 5 किलोमीटर दूर है ऑफिस, बट घंटा 1.5 घंटा लगेगा, तो आराम से चाय तो पिएं. You know, so premiumization, great product, and convenience. These are the 3 pillars which are extremely important. And for our experience channel, we have 2 channels primarily, bots and stores. Stores we call experience, bots we call everywhere. The idea is to create these kind of stores, and these are 3D manufactured stores which we are deploying in air-conditioned confines, where you're able to see what's being made, you're able to get it very fast, it's very traditionally made, but automated through bots, right? And this is what really was connecting with the consumer before COVID, and this is what is connecting with the consumer right now. Just to give you some visuals, again, different formats. India runs on chai, that's our tagline. The chai is prepared using the bots, and this authentic chai. So basically what we have done is build a whole lot of cloud-based engineering and consistency and quality around the humble induction pad, and made it very, very slick so that you can get your cup of chai at a very rapid pace. And the stores are 3D manufactured. They can really be assembled like IKEA furniture. They have a 7-year life. They're made of 100% sustainable material. So this is glass, wood, and they can be packed and unpacked, taken to another location, right? And of course, software and everything, which is the hallmark of any QSR operation. It's very important to embrace products alongside the traditional hot cup of chai and coffee. If you look at Starbucks data, and this is publicly available data, that the sale of cold beverages matches in some markets is higher than their classic coffee. Tea has not done a good job, but thanks to our friends in Far East, boba chai or boba is a big phenomenon. So how do you embrace that and get this color and fruitish vibe into the stores so that it's not all dowdy brown and white kind of liquid that is getting served? Well, you need to have color to attract the youth, right? So, right? And like side by side, and this is a part of a partnership that we have done with Nestle, where we have the usage of their brand as a right, and creating products around the Humble Maggie, which is a fantastic combo with chai. You know, upgrade it using a lot of other products. I'm just giving you these slides to give you a sense around product. It's very important to embrace coffee. We were very clear from day one that playing this tea and coffee war is not a smart way, right? Tea is going to be the natural winner, and I was going through the last session where health benefits of tea were being talked about. I think it's so important to talk it in a much more aggressive and classy manner. 1/5 the level of caffeine, it doesn't disrupt your sleep. Ask the youngsters who have taken up coffee in very large volumes, they're slowly going away from it because they realize it starts disrupting their sleep cycle. When you're working in office and if you have a strong espresso or a cappuccino at night at 8 and 9, it's very cool to put that night outer in the startup hustle sort of spirit. But another month or two, your body starts telling you that, dude, you need to take something which is a lot more milder. So there are a lot of things which are going for it, but there is a wave around coffee and embracing it is important. Convenience, packaging. So we realized when we started setting up our stores 8-9 years ago that takeaway was huge. And we invested a lot of time and effort in building this humble, heat-retaining use and throw flask, which I believe now, and we couldn't patent it, maybe I should have spent a lot more time in pursuing it, but now it's a 50 to 100 crore a month kind of a phenomena across all online delivery platforms, right? And packaging and therefore convenience has made all the difference, and it's extremely important to keep looking at that aspect as you build something. The final element of convenience, which is really important for us now, is go closer to the customer. We live in a world where 10 minutes delivery is the norm, especially in cities like Bangalore, Gurgaon, to some extent Mumbai, and soon rest of India. The consumer is having a very high expectation around consumer product experience. iPhone 17 launch हुआ है, 10 मिनट में चाहिए, मैं Zepto और Blinkit से मंगाऊंगा. 17, right? I'll spend 2 lakh for a 2 terabyte data, but I need it in 10 minutes. Forget about food, right? So how do you beat that level of convenience? When you know that the maximum consumption of chai and coffee is happening at your workplace, build a world-class bot which is 10 yards, not even 10, 2 yards away from where you sit, so that you can get your cup of chai faster than the 10-minute delivery from a Zepto or Swiggy, right? And you deploy it wherever there are 50 or more people which gather on an everyday basis. That has been our pursuit of the bot, and we serve close to about 3,000 odd corporates now on this, and we are extremely focused on this part of the business. While we do all of this, take the product and the brand in a new avatar to broader India. And this is what we did at Mahakumbh. We sold close to about little less than 2 million cups of chai. We set up 7 stores with 60 shipping containers across Mahakumbh and went out and served the audience. And what we realized is that even in rest of India, people are craving for a consistent cup of chai. I'm telling you, the biggest problem in chai is nobody has focused on consistency. Right? And we just sort of leave it that har koi apne style se banata hai, wo bada, that's Bollywood wishful thinking. It's not the reality. Everybody is looking forward to quality and consistency. That's one clip from there. That's about it from my side. Thank you so much.